All right, so my goal is this is the fourth time I'm recording this. My goal is to get it shorter and shorter because I am long winded. I just want to bring up a customer interaction I had in the last day that is a perfect example of why people say, like, I don't want to work with the general public. I don't want to work in customer service. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to work retail. Don't be this customer is the summation of this video, but I'm going to go into a little bit of how ludicrous this was to give you an idea of like what people in customer service can deal with sometimes. And I'm going to glaze over a lot of facts. I'm going to go super quick so that it's not a 11-minute, a 15-minute, or 20-minute long video. Aim it for 8. Let's see how I do. Okay, so this customer buys a thing via Instagram, Facebook platform. Um, that thing, it was advertised to them as being $19 because there was some kind of coupon that Instagram or Facebook was offering. Our normal price was like 23 something. And the coupon, the discount didn't go through. And they complained and they said, I only want to pay 19 whatever, and it's coming up as 23 whatever. You should honor it. And we explained like, but that wasn't our sale. Like, we don't have anything to do with that. I don't know what that was, and I don't know why it didn't go through. And they complained, and we eventually just said, like, not even eventually, like relatively quickly said, like, you know what, fine, we'll honor it for you because we're cool and we want return business, and we think you'll buy from us again because you'll see like we're a good shop. And I can't tell you how many times I do that at both my businesses, how my employees do that. We like take little hits, little losses to make it right. It's like try to offer excellent customer service. We try to go above and beyond. And so we did that for them. And and imagine that, like, walking into a Target with a Walmart coupon and being like, you should honor this for me. It's like not their coupon. And then imagine Target says, all right, I'll honor your Walmart coupon. Their reaction wasn't like, thank you. That's great. I really appreciate you doing that. Like, no acknowledgement that, like, we offered above and beyond service. They instead acted like, good, you should, because that was the price that was advertised to me. So good. You just did what you're supposed to do. Not our coupon. That was our beginning interaction with this customer. We offered excellent customer service, and they acted like we did the bare minimum. Um, it gets worse though. So we had this interaction, and their by the way, their order was on September 10th. I won't go into very specifics because it doesn't need to be, but their order was on the 10th. We got them their items by the 13th. So it also shipped out quickly, and we didn't hear of any problems with their stuff. So they apparently liked the items they got. They got the discount that like they weren't entitled to. Went great for them. Well, yesterday, which is the 22nd, they got an authorization on their PayPal account for the amount of the order again, a new authorization. That should not have happened. But I think many people out there who deal in digital currency and buy things online will know that authorizations sometimes pop up, or like duplicate authorizations pop up and just kind of sit there sometimes. Doesn't mean the money has moved. It's like pending authorizations. Those just happen. But with that said, it should not have happened. Like, I don't know what Instagram, Facebook, or whatever we're doing, but like that should not have happened. And I will note that like vendors like us, most vendors online use like payment network gateways and services and don't touch any of the financial data at all. Like if you see a Shopify website, Shopify handles all the financial data and they have gateways and vendors as well. Instagram, Facebook, they're not giving like individual like sellers financial data. No, it all gets funneled through these big gateways because that's the secure way of doing it. Many websites used to take your credit card information pretty often. Many don't now because it's a security liability. It's much safer to partner with one of these companies and let them handle it all. So the um so we don't touch any of the financial data. That didn't stop this customer from sending us a string of messages. You set up reoccurring charges. You're scamming me. Is this some kind of scam? Fix this shit. Unscam me. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I am irate. You're screwing me, and I'm gonna fight you. Never mind that. Like, their interaction at this point was getting their items quickly and being treated really well. But they jumped to this conclusion that we, the vendor, who doesn't handle financial data, must have be screwing them somehow. So they sent all these messages at like 6 p.m. yesterday, in an email at 6:30, and the email was, yeah, oh man, fix this shit, unscam me. You're not taking my money I work hard for. Ugh. And I think the worst part for me was at the bottom, under their name, it said U.S. Navy veteran. Because that has anything to do with this. Because putting your title matters in some way. It reminds me of the people who go, I know the owner. You should treat me amazing. 'Cause I know the owner. I could get him on the phone. Tell him if you don't, I should get a discount. I know the owner. Better unscam me. Terrible. I will also note that like people who are actually friends with me, the owner of, and come into one of my stores, they would never say that. And my employees know that. Like my friends would never do that. So if someone does that, it's kind of a giveaway that you're not friends with me. And it's also just what a dick move. Yeah, I'm a US Navy veteran. You better fix this. We want to fix it. Well, we want to fix problems because like we care about customers. Who you know, what you did, like none of that matters, really. So, I sent all these messages. I spent a ridiculous amount of time replying to this, explaining how authorizations work, explaining where to find what's approved on PayPal for reoccurring charges and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't set up, it was like a handshake between Instagram and PayPal. There was no reoccurring charges. And again, just an authorization that we had no control over. Explain it all. Once I explain it, they seem to go, "Oh, okay, okay, well, good, good. I didn't get any response from you, so." And I didn't want to mention that, like, because I responded at 9 p.m. All these messages came in at 6. I responded at 9. 3 hours. That's fast. 24 hours is fast. 48 hours isn't too bad. 3 hours is really good. And I spent all that time because I wanted to be exceptional. I wanted to offer this obnoxious, obnoxious customer great service anyway. I promise it had nothing to do with her title, former title. Doesn't matter. Well, today my coworker emailed me or forwarded an email from Facebook. We had a chargeback against our account. We've had tens of thousands of orders and not one chargeback until today. Because she put it, and you might go like, well, she seemed like she understood, like after you explained it to her, right? Oh yeah, that's true. Problem is she put in the chargeback before we ever replied. Didn't get a chance to reply. Chargeback. And chargebacks are aggressive. They're like putting in a YouTube copyright complaint. They're like filing a lawsuit. Like they're aggressive. They're an attack on the company. Very financial attack. I'm not against chargeback, but you have to give people a chance. To start with, unscam me, fix this shit, chargeback is like having a problem with someone and immediately just throwing a punch. It's a it's ridiculous. And I'll note one other thing, and this customer didn't know this, couldn't have known this. It might make you feel kind of bad for me, but like they didn't know. But I'm using it as a bigger illustration. I probably would have replied a little faster normally because I try to be very fast as I can. And I get notifications on my phone. Someone messages on some of these platforms. So I probably would have normally replied a little faster. Except that I was in the hospital visiting a sick family member. Very sick. I'm already really stressed. And now I'm getting this crap from this honestly asshole customer we don't want to do business with anymore. We don't want their business. It's a nightmare. You know, that first order, especially with the discount, we didn't make anything on that order. We made very little. It's not worth our time and effort and aggravation. Not at all. And the point I want to illustrate is you don't know what the employee behind the counter is dealing with, or the employee behind the computer screen is dealing with. So, like, throwing that punch immediately is awful. Give them a chance to make it right. And treat them like human beings. Even if we were trying to scam you out of $20, then file your chargeback and leave all this nonsense of unfix this. Like, that's not gonna do anything if someone's really scamming you. Then you really do need PayPal or whoever to step in. Wow. And you know what happened when they filed that chargeback? And I'll note that they didn't charge back the authorization because they can't. There's no order there. And if there was an order, we could cancel it. We could refund them. Like we can do that. But there's no order. There's just an authorization, which is probably going to fix itself again. So what they did is they went, well, my order on the 10th, charging back that completed order where they got all their stuff. Charge back against that. And what they charge the chargeback reason? I didn't receive the items. So they're just angry about what's going on. So they're going, I'm gonna lash out. Well, none of these fit, but I'll just say I didn't receive it. What a piece of shit. And that chargeback puts the money on hold, charges us a fee, chargeback fee, and puts our account on hold. Amazing. Because they couldn't be bothered to wait, in this case, 3 hours. Not even 2.5 hours for a response. Never mind, like a reasonable person would have waited at least a day. And they're putting all this stress on me while I have other things going on. This is why people do not want to work in retail, customer service, because, even if most customers are really reasonable, you have some people like this that come along. You see these people intervene. You know these people, tell them to stop. Terrible. All right, that's my video. Hopefully it's 8 minutes. I don't know. I'm very long-winded. Subscribe if you like my musings. And Hopefully, you found it entertaining or interesting. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.